It's the NFL on EA Sports. And this one features the Ravens' superstar tight end. There are few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Ravens and the Panthers, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. It's been a good season for them so far, and they're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Young on 3rd down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, you got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments. He threw 4 touchdown passes.
But got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ball game.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Gunter. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball on both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here is Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first down. This defense, they come to play. They're the better of the 2 units here so far.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 61 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
They'll run on 1st down. Gunter. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Young to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
Following the interception, Young. And that's incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Young will set to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Well, sacking on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter #2, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
He's got a man, complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Young now. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far. Offensively, or even defensively for that matter, they could use a big-time spark somewhere. But it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is brought in at the 21. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Gunter. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off, their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Go, Reed, go! Ready, right?
They'll try the left side. Gunter.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 39. And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start the drive with Cook.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. On second down, Cook. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Young working out of the gun. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. That's Perez. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On first down, Gunter. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now a first down throw for Young. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Second down and 4.
Check pink, Smith red, check white, opposite, green, yellow, lining.
Now Young. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
19. Go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Perez. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go now.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Ready, ready?
They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning. Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
2nd and 13. Over the middle, complete. It's Perez. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hurt. Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage, took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a 1st down.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. To throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground. Gunter, and he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball,
You might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 36 yards. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll drop to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Back now here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided. Oh, Young loses it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Boy, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. With the left sideline, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hard to have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They'll run on first down. Gunter, and he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
2nd and 9 now. On the move to his left. And this is going to be intercepted.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So the penalty there winds up on the offense. So obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession.
Set, hut. Ready?
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
4 yards.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
At the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Tillman. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Gain of 16 yards. And the Panther first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss of 5, a good sack to bring up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Tillman. And he's going to go down again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Ravens offense back out there. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
19 Lions.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Blair. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Blair. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. This is 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Breaks through the contact. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so
under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Operating from the gun. Tillman, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand.
Let's go now. Check pink. Smith red.
To throw from his end zone. Tillman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Tillman, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Let's go now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, either threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it,
and then protected their passer so they could throw it.
So for Baltimore, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Panthers,
it'll be double digits in losses as they fall to 7-10 for their final mark.
And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.